G'day guys, welcome back. Look, it's acrylic pouring day today. Yay! I'm going to do a straight pour. So trying to get sort of like a galaxy theme. I've got some really dark, moody colours and a white and a gold. Hopefully something similar to what the lovely Sarah Mack produces. Love her work. I have done these, probably last year. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I thought I might revisit because I've been doing a lot of resin and I think you guys might have been missing some of my older stuff. So just revisiting. So before we get started, let's have a look at this gorgeous creature here that has dried now. Look at that. This was my swipe, where I swipe and then I pull it up at the end like that, so it gets this sort of wispy, I think it's sort of ghostly look, how it just sort of fades away into nothing. So I call it like a ghost pour, but it's a swipe. Let me just bring it up. I'll put you on autofocus just for a sec so that we can have a little closer look, because now that it's dry, you see, you can see the gold. Hopefully you can see the gold shimmering there. Love it. Turned out really pretty. I want to do some more of these. I might do one in like burgundies and gold. So that's it there. I know it's a bit difficult to get the whole thing in. It's a bit big. All right. I'll put it away and back to today's pour. This is a 40 centimetre square canvas, which is a 16 inch by 16 inch. Now, when Sarah does these, she uses, I'm assuming she uses the US Floetrol, which is much thicker than our Aussie Floetrol. So she mixes her paints 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. I do 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Put that down. 1 to 1. That's better. Right. So they're pretty thick. So I'll just go through my colours real quick. And then we'll get started. So for my dark and moody colours here, I'm using all of the Monte Marte. So this purpley one here is purple with a touch of black to make it darker. This one is black with a touch of white, sort of like a charcoal colour. Move that out of the way as well. This one is, I think it's 50% phthalo blue and 50% phthalo green to get like a teal. And then my navy is just phthalo blue with a touch of black, touch of green, just to balance out the purple sort of sheen that sometimes you get, or purple hue that sometimes you get with a navy. So that's those. Those are mixed equal parts Floetrol with paint. I'm not going to use all of these because I made up, I started with 2 to 1 and I thought, no, that's way too thin. So now I've got 1 to 1, so I added more paint. So now I've got more paint. But basically 60 grams of Floetrol, 60 grams of paint. That's 2 ounces Floetrol, 2 ounces of paint, if you're using the Australian Floetrol. If you're not, then you need to go back to the 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint. But just have a play with it, because all consistencies, like all paint brands, aren't the same. Now this one feels a little bit thicker. It is the Decoart Americana Decor Metallic in 24K gold. That's it there. It's a really thick, it's a thick paint. Just well didn't fall out, eh? It's a thick paint. Now that one I've done the same. I've done 60 grams of Floetrol and 60 grams of paint, but it is thicker. But in saying that, when you're using metallics, I find that they have to be thicker than your other paints. Otherwise, they just kind of spread. And like if you get a little cell, it kind of spreads and goes all wobbly. So your gold has to be thicker. So still 1 to 1. Now the white. It is, because I've got a bit more, I did 90 grams of Floetrol, which is 3 ounces, 2 ounces, 60 grams of Artist Loft, and then 1 ounce, 30 grams of satin enamels. So this is still adding up to 90 grams. And equal to 90 grams of Floetrol. So 90 grams of Floetrol, 60, 30. That's it. It does feel a little bit thinner than the other paints, but again, the white kind of gives you that sort of cloud look and gives you white cells. So this one I find has to be a little bit on the thinner side. This one has to be a little bit on the thicker side. And then these are all in the middle. Cross fingers that it works. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've done one of these. So I've made up extra white because I want to put down a puddle of white afterwards and then pour into that. So here we go. Starting with some white. Now we're just going to layer. So a little bit of gold. And then some navy. And then some of this teal. And then back to the white, but just a little bit. And then a little bit of the gold. And then we'll do this purple. And some charcoal. So that's basically going to be our center. Now with the rest of it, your outside colors, you can add more because they've got a bigger area to stretch and they're going to be basically tipped off. So a little bit of white again and a little bit of gold. And now I'll start adding more of my color. So a lot more of the blue because as I said, this is going to be your outside color. And the teal. And I put a little bit more gold in there. Big amount of purple. Big amount of grey. I think that's enough. Let's move all these out of the way. Hopefully this works, you guys. Actually, I'm just going to put a little bit more navy on top there. There we go. Right, so that's that. Now, I'm going to just do a puddle of white. Actually, I'll finish off all my white. I will spread this just a little bit. Make sure we're still taping. Yep. All right, so there's my puddle of white. So I'm just going to just sort of spread that a little bit. That'll just be a little puddle to pour into. That'll help with the the reaction of that satin enamels because, you know, it gives you those gorgeous sort of puffy cloud effects. All right, here we go. Are we ready? Okay. Oh, I hope that's enough paint. It's probably about just under 2 cups of paint in there, maybe a cup and a half. All right, here we go. Pouring, just a dirty pour. And hopefully it will be pretty. A little bit closer towards the end there. Whoops, that was a blob. I hope that wasn't something thick and icky in there. So the paint's just sort of coming out in like a ribbon, like in a fold. I'll just stop that. I think that's enough. There's a lot of, oh, there's a bit of white in the bottom. I did want the white center, but you know, not too much. Now you can already see the way that gold is reacting. You know, it's puffing out, doing its cloudy thing. But if your gold is too thin, then those gold cells, they just get, I think, too big. So hopefully I've got my consistency okay. Just looking for my torch. There it is. All right, let's give this a bit of a torch. Pop some bubbles. The heat also, I think, encourages the cells to come up. The Floetrol has, because it's a paint conditioner, people use it in their spray guns. So it's got like a paint conditioner in it to help the paint flow. I don't know what kind of conditioner it is, but I think personally it's kind of like an oil, but look, I don't really know. But it does seem to give cells. Now I'm just going to go kind of round in a bit of a circle first. Actually, no, I won't. I'm losing my center. It may still be a little bit too thin, but like I said, I haven't done one of these for so long. Just going to go out to each corner. Got a lot of white there. Hopefully that won't be too bad. Just going to go out to each corner and then come back. Won't go over the edge just yet. I hope I haven't put too much white in the bottom of the cup, because what goes in first comes out last and is your center. So just come back to the middle each time, just so that you try not to lose your center pattern. Probably should have put a little bit of white on my edges, but I didn't have any left. Put a little bit of the navy on maybe, just to help the paint flow over. A little bit of navy just here. The paint just glides over a wet canvas much easier than it does over a dry canvas. Could potentially just coat the whole canvas in white first, and then do a little puddle at the end to pour your paint into. That would probably work too, but I probably didn't have enough white mixed up. Next time, hey? Because you forget, if you don't do something for so long, you forget how to do it, don't you? All right. Here we go. It's looking really pretty. Now, I think I'm going to go sort of straight back to the middle. Straight, just to sort of even up my edges as well, so that you don't get that too much. Like so. All right, now we go over the edge on each of them and back. Still come back to the middle though, just recenter everything over the edge and back. I keep that little bit of blue there on the bottom. I'm thinking I put a little bit too much white, a little bit too much gold in the bottom of the cup, because I kind of wanted my gold to stay in the middle there. Oh my gosh. Don't put your fingers over it, Julie. I keep telling you, don't put your dirty fingers over your painting because it drips and then I go and drip. All right, and I'm going to take that off so that I've got a bit of a blue edge there if I can. I'll take some of that white off actually. It's a bit much, isn't it? Okay. Now I'm just going to check my composition. You don't have to have your center in your center in the middle. You can have it off center like that. Actually, I like it like that. Take a little bit more of that white off. All right, so now I'm just going to run my finger underneath to catch those drips. Like so. And don't take your hand over the top again. All right, let me wipe my hands. All righty, so there we are. What do you think? Wow. Let me just clean my hands and then I can give it another quick torch. Now torching may bring up some cells. See how it's doing here? That's from the satin enamel. So you may not want to torch again, depending on what kind of look you're after, whether you want cells, maybe you don't want cells. If you don't want cells, don't torch again, because they're like little air bubbles that pop and then, you know, your cells come up. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at the gold. It certainly took over. I only used half of it. But I've still got a lot of paint left over, actually. I might mix up some more paint and go again. Because, you know, when I was layering my cup, I put a lot of white in and then a lot of gold. But your centre is the smallest area, so it doesn't need very much paint. It's your outer edges where you need to put more paint in your cup. But look, I really like that. I'm happy with that. I wanted this here, this dark, moody, sort of galaxy look, you know, with, I don't know if you can see from up there, the dark purple, the grey, that dark teal, the navy. And then, of course, the white and the gold lighten it. But, yeah, I just put a little bit too much white and gold in there, I think. Maybe not. You tell me what you think. I feel as if it's a little bit too much. But then in saying that, if I didn't put so much in, it would be quite dark, hey? So we've got the dark half here, and then it gets lighter and lighter here. And then we've got some navy here. So it's not like your traditional, you know, ring pour where you do your rings and then you spin it and everything stays nice and circular. This is much more abstract. It's much more natural looking. I'm just going to turn that ring light off, and then I'll take you down. Oh, it looks pretty from up here. You see it from a different perspective. Oh, it's really pretty. Right, let's come around and have a little look at it, hey? Oh, look at the gold. See the gold shine? Look at that. You don't see it from over here. It looks quite dull. But as soon as you come around here, woohoo, look at the gold. Small things amuse small minds. Hey, I'm excited. Alrighty. So there's a little bit of that purple, dark purple showing through there in the white. Actually, it's a bit glary still, isn't it? I'm going to turn my other light off. Hang on. Come with me. Where is it? There. Okay. Now you get a different look, but you can't see the gold shimmer so much. Oh, yeah, here we go. We can see the shimmer here. It's just because it's such a dark painting, that light shining on it didn't do it any justice at all. So you can see a little bit of the purple in there. The grey, I don't know about the grey. What do you think? Doesn't look too bad. Maybe going a bit brown, maybe not. Alrighty, so here we go. Look at all this interesting effects here. Now this is from the white and the gold. These two paints react like crazy with other paints. Look at that. So there we go. Yeah, and I've still got some paint left over, so definitely going to mix up a little bit more paint. And I'll go again. I might as well do it now, actually, because I'm covered in paint. And I might put in, might leave the grey out and put a different colour in. We'll see. See what happens. But there she is. Let me know what you think, if you like this one. Oh, look, you can see the gold over there as well. That's a better picture, isn't it? You can see the gold shining. The edges there. Paint runs over the edge. I haven't lost too much paint actually, like there's not much left on my puppy pedal pad. I used pretty much all of it. Oh, I actually really quite like it. It's growing on me. Growing on me. Just needed a little bit less white in the center there. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to do it again. I'm excited to try again. All right, thanks so much for watching. Hope you liked this video. And definitely check out the lovely Sarah Mack. She's the creator of this technique. And I'll go again. So see you soon. Stay tuned. Bye for now.